Hello, you beautiful creatures. How the devil are you? I hope you're well. If you're new here, my name is Lou, or Lucifer, as my friends like to call me. By my friends, I mean my ever-growing army of demons. Hello again. My face is naked and we are back in the bedroom. What an introduction. So, you know what that means. We're going to do another get ready with me. I'm going to have to do this super quick because we are going to see Ghost and I am so freaking excited. So, if you're here for all the tea, all the gossip, all the why is Lou slowly dying and keeps mentioning it on all of her socials, then stay tuned. If not, we've got plenty of other vlogs for you to check out. We've got conventions, we've got merch, we've got gigs, we've got all the horror kind of content for you, so check that out. Otherwise, let's get into this and make my face a little bit less undead. It's been a hot second, I'm not gonna lie. Where are we? Where were we? Who are we? Why are we? We're putting our makeup on. Yes, that's a good start. Apologies for my hair, it's a mess, so is the bedroom, so we're kind of dealing with this visage today. Also, I got my ears pierced again. It's been hell. I'm gonna throw it out there. It's been hell. Where do I begin with the hell? No. You know what, that's unfair. Let's deal with the negative and then let's move swiftly on to the positive. So that should be kind of like a good stead for us for this video. So, if you're new here or if you've been here for a hot second, a long time, you will know that I am currently dealing with suspected endometriosis. It's not really suspected anymore, it's absolutely what it is. I've been told by multiple consultants who, shocker, are women, that's exactly what it is. I've been dealing with this problem for going on over 3 years now. The last in the saga was I went to a specialist and he said, right, this is the path we're going to take. We're going to put you on some medication and then if it doesn't work, we're going to look at potentially doing a keyhole surgery for you. Fantastic, amazing, because they're literally like, it's really hard to pick up on the scans, like what you're telling us, it's very obvious what it is, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Like the pain I'm in, guys, is ridiculous. I'm currently having a good bout this morning where it's kind of hard because what happens is at the start of the day, I'm somewhat fine, but the more I use my body, the more taxing it becomes. Like, you guys know that I work at a certain theme park and I'm an entertainer, so my job is very, very high demand, very active. So throughout the day, my body is literally deteriorating so freaking fast. It's ridiculous. So by the time I get home, I'm in agony, I can't walk, I'm exhausted. Like, I'm literally only spending an hour or two with Gareth and I'm in bed for the rest of the evening. I can't even think about vlogging. I can't even think about doing content because it's honestly, guys, it's been a nightmare. And to the people who have stayed and who have stuck with us and who have been with us throughout all of this, I literally cannot thank you enough. Like, I have cried over this channel. I've cried over it because I've been like, oh my God, I'm not giving enough, I'm not doing enough. To our Patreons as well, our Patreons have been fantastic, like messaging me. We've really become a close-knit group now, a close-knit group of friends, and they've been messaging me, checking up on me, making sure I'm okay, and I'm like, I hate it so much. Not the checking up bit, I really appreciate it, but I hate so much that I feel like I'm rotting from the inside out. I feel like the zombie from, is it Return of the Living Dead? You know, when they're asking her why they eat brains and she's just like, brains made the pain go away. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to eat some brains and the pain will go away, but who knows, who cares? I care, I really care, actually. Yeah, so that's been happening and I feel like crap. I feel like crap, I really do. Going to work, I'm literally going to work, getting home and resting to do it all over again, and I can't give anything else apart from when I've got days off, so then I can use those days off to go and do things to build up content and then crash out at the end. So life is very hard right now, but I've got another blood test this week. I've got another blood test because they found more growths in my uterus and they want to make sure it's not the big C word, which is very daunting, to be honest. It doesn't fill me with great joy, but it won't be, it'll be fine. But they just want to make sure it's not that, so when they do give me the medication, it won't make me worse. But it's, do you know what, through all of that, I've had multiple things going on, actually. I've developed a massive hyperfixation with Gotham, specifically Cameron Moynihan, and that promptly brought me on to Shameless US. I never thought I'd watch something like that, but now I'm addicted and it's a problem. So naturally, in May, we're going to Liverpool Comic Con. Gareth will be going for the full weekend. I will only be going for the Sunday because Saturday is my hen do with my girlies and my guy and my mum and her friend, and it's so exciting. The only thing I really know at the moment is that it's in London. That's all I know, and oh my god, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. When I was speaking to my friend Sophie about it, she's been on the channel a few times. She's my maid of honour. She's my best friend. I could literally not live without her. She said, yeah, I think you'll really enjoy it, but when I told everybody else in the bridal party, they were very unsure, and I was like, that's the kind of fear that I want to instill in people. But I literally cannot wait. I'm so freaking excited. Everyone keeps asking about the wedding, which is really lovely and really sweet. Like, the wedding planning is going fine. If anything, the wedding is the least stressful part of all of this. It's just my illness. We've practically got everything ready. I'm going for some more dress fittings in July. Yeah, I'm going for more fittings in July onwards. And yeah, we've practically got everything sorted. Like, we've got so many amazing friends that have contributed as well. That is not aligned at all. If you're trying to follow this for like a serious makeup tutorial, don't. This is just me. This is just how I do things, and this is the chaos of the Loucifer channel. She just tries to do her best and hope for the best and look a little bit less dead when she's doing things. But what was I saying? Yeah, like, our friends have been absolutely amazing. I want to give a special shout out to Harvey, who has done a lot of props for us. He has been phenomenal. Team Beach as well. They've given us a bunch of stuff for the wedding. They'll be coming to the wedding as well, which is really exciting. Yeah, the guest list is looking really spicy, really good, really cool for the wedding. We will be vlogging bits and pieces. I really want to get a videographer to film the day, because I just think with everything that's going to be incorporated into it, I just think it's going to be so cool. And I'm not just saying that because it's, you know, our wedding. I get to marry my best friend and it's going to be the best day ever. But, you know, it's honestly, when I think about horror weddings, some of the pictures that I've looked at Pinterest, some of them have been great, some of them have been fine, but some of them have just been a little bit too garish and a little bit too tacky. And I really feel like the way we've done it, specifically the way that Gareth has done it, because he's planned so much of it, it's insane. The way he's done it, it's going to be incredible. Like, it's going to be horror but classy, done in good taste. I think, like, there's not going to be entrails and blood and guts everywhere, there's definitely not, but there's obvious nods to what it is. So like, every table is a horror movie. They've got like 3 props on them that are like kind of done tastefully in stacks, so it's almost like a horror gallery. So that'll be really cool for everybody to look at. They'll have like talking things they can talk about on the tables as well, and it just, oh my god, I'm so freaking excited. I truly am. I just hope, I hope that if I do end up having the surgery, that it doesn't coincide anywhere near the wedding, because I feel like it won't ruin it. Nothing can ruin the wedding, but it'll just put a bit of a dampener on. Oh bloody hell, you know, I've got to recover from this whilst wearing a wedding dress. And whilst the dress is amazing, it's made to fit. It doesn't have a lot of give to it, so I don't know, I'm just worried about that. But by the by, anyway, Liverpool Comic Con. So Gareth will be going for the full weekend. I will not, because again, I'm going on my hen do on the, oh my god, I will be going on the Sunday because I'm going on my hen do on the Saturday. And I'm gonna go and meet Cameron Moynihan, because it's just come out of nowhere, because we went to For the Love of Sci-Fi, I believe it was, at the Bowlers. Went to For the Love of Sci-Fi, and I remember it so clearly. Gareth was like, I really want to watch Cameron Moynihan's talk because he's Cal Kestis from the Star Wars games, and I just want to, you know, just want to listen into it. And at that time, before that, when Gotham first came out, people were like shoving it down my throat, like, Lou, you've got to watch this, you've got to watch this, you've got to watch this. And I'm the kind of person, when people are like, not forcing me, but really influencing me to watch something, I won't, like, my brain just rebels or something, I don't know. And I didn't. So we went to the talk and I was like, huh, this guy's pretty cool. And then TikTok happened. And for some reason on my For You page, I was getting recommendations for Jerome Velasca from Gotham, who is Cameron Moynihan. And you know what Lou's brain does? It did exactly the same with Neil Newman and Astarion. She fell hard. And from then on, that's been the hyperfixation. I have now brought the Star Wars games and I'm currently trying to work through them. So that's what happened. What am I doing? Let's see. We've already done concealer. We've already done something, some kind of contouring. I don't know. I feel like I've lost more weight in the face, which is really good. Makeup. Yes, we'll do that. But it's, yeah, that's the current hyperfixation at the moment. And do you know what? It's really, I don't know, it's just become like a little bit of a comfort for me, like his character specifically in Gotham and in Shameless, because I've been doing a little bit of filming myself. So if you guys haven't seen, I was in a short indie horror film called Go to Hell, done by Dean of the Dead. If you don't know who Dean of the Dead is, how could you not? He is the one and only hot sauce guy at every horror convention or every other convention that Monopoly do. And anyway, we got talking to him and now we're just really good friends with him, with Laura, his missus. And he asked me if I wanted to be in his film. Amazing. All right then, because I wanted to be in horror films ever since I was a little spawn of Satan. I really did. Like, after seeing Sleepy Hollow, I was like, this is what I want to do. This is absolutely where I want to go, what I want to do in my life. But obviously life has a way of getting in the way and just not playing ball. Yeah, that looks all right, I suppose. Getting in the way and not playing ball. And I went to drama school auditions and I didn't get in. It is what it is. And I don't know, it really put a dampener on me, but that was always the dream. That was always the dream. And throughout the years, after I didn't get in, I kind of built myself up bit by bit, doing different things, doing different bits of bobs, doing scare acting, stand-up, this, that and the other. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because I really got to find myself as a person rather than being taken apart and being built up in a certain way. So now I've kind of found myself with it. I don't know how I feel about it, because I actually did a uni degree in contemporary theatre instead, so it's learning to perform as yourself before you learn to perform as a role instead, which I thought was very interesting. And when he said that he wanted to do this thing, I couldn't believe it. I could honestly not believe it. Like, I dreamed of this. I had honestly dreamed of it. I'm sorry to make it sound like, oh, you know, really rubbish and watery, whatever, but I honestly dreamed of this moment where I could be like, oh my god, I'm going to be in front of a camera. And doing it has literally changed a lot of priorities, perspectives for me. I don't know, it's changed a lot of my thought process with how I want my life to go now. I had the best time. I honestly had the best time filming that scene. Everybody was so supportive. Everybody was just having a great time. We were all loving it. We were all really getting on, and it was so professional. And it just, you know, when you do something and your life like kind of clicks into place and you're like, this is what I want to do. That is what I had. And I was like, this is what I want to do. So, you know, and now I've joined like numerous horror pages, like casting pages, this, that and the other, and hopefully, all things going well, I may potentially be in a few more bits and pieces this year, which would be freaking awesome. It'd be really, really awesome. I'm predominantly sticking to kind of like the horror projects at the moment because that's where I'm most comfortable with it. Specifically like creature kind of animation and creature acting, because I've done scare acting for donkey's years now. I've done it for 13 years. 13 years of scare acting. Jesus Christ. Whoa, they are eyebrows. Yeah, 13 years of scare acting. I can't believe it. I am not as young as I used to be. So that's really exciting. And I think I kind of go back to my day job now and I'm like, you know, it's not where I want to be at the moment, and things have obviously happened at this day job. You know, it's not unknown anymore. Like it's out there to everybody. Things are kind of going a little bit downhill for our department as performers, and it sucks. It really sucks that we're not valued in certain areas of the industry, but in some areas of the industry we are. I don't know. It really is a tough one. A lot of people have asked me about it, and I have tried to keep my mouth shut for as long as possible. But at the end of the day, I'm only human. Like it's not me, and I feel really crap about it all. I'll be brutally honest. We're gonna go for a purple look today, just because we're going to see Ghost, and I'm frigging excited. Also, here's the tea. We usually vlog Ghost, however, because Tobias has put in a no filming, no mobile phones, no nothing. I'm very unsure right now. Okay, we're gonna do something. We're gonna make magic. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna make magic. Believe in yourself. We're gonna make magic. Yeah, so Tobias has essentially said no to any kind of filming whatsoever, which yes, I get it. I understand completely. Like, we are going to do a vlog about it, and we are going to talk about our experience with that. Whoa, that is purpley. We are going to talk about our experience with that and how we feel about it, because it is, isn't it? Like when you go to a gig, when you go to a concert or anything like that, you've got a sea of phones, you've got a sea of cameras, and honestly it might help us to kind of live in the moment a little bit more. But I don't know, especially when your channel basically focuses on the darker slice of life and, you know, live music and gigs and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a very interesting time. I mean, I'm looking forward to it because I love living in the moment. I love living in the moment, and I don't do it enough. I really don't do it enough. And honestly, when you look back to like the 80s and the 70s, when people used to go to gigs and stuff like that, they didn't have mobile phones, they didn't have cameras. Well, they probably would have had cameras for like press and stuff, but they didn't have mobile phones to like film their songs. They would have to live in the moment and use their minds to relive those moments. So I understand where he's coming from with it, I really do, but I just think it's a very interesting move. I don't know what I'm doing with this makeup, so we're just going to roll with it. I think we're just rolling with it. I don't know, I really want to do more of a purpley, like a smoky kind of look, because of the look that Ghost are giving at the moment. There's a lot of purples, there's a lot of darks, mainly blacks and purples, so I really want to work with that. I'm just so excited to see them. I'm just so excited to see them. You know when you're just going about your day and then suddenly it's like, I'm craving a gig, and I'm craving this kind of gig. I'm craving a Ghost gig, I'm craving a Sleep Token gig, I'm craving a whatever. That's how I've been feeling for a hot second. Ghost, we love Ghost so freaking much. It's, I don't think we're like, you know, chronically obsessed with them the way that certain fans are, you know. I know there are some people that, wow, even I'm like, okay, calm down, slow down, Maurice. Yeah, it's like, calm down, come on, you know. And there's a lot of, what's the word? There's a name for it, forgive me, it'll come to me, but it's very disturbing, to be honest. It is very disturbing when you see these people who feel like they have a right to the individual who's performing or the band who's performing, specifically when it comes to identities. When it comes to identities, like especially with Sleep Token, oh my god, that's ridiculous. You know, when you've got certain people commenting and messaging the identity of Vessel, or any of the other band members, or same with Ghost, it's just you've got me on one now. It makes me angry. It makes me so freaking angry when people are like that. And I've got my best friend Liam up in Scotland. He's a Sleep Token fan as well, and when Caramel came out, he he sent me a massive rant, and I was like, yeah, no, hon, I agree with you 100%. It needs to stop. It really, really needs to stop. I think people put these individuals on pedestals so high, and then they feel like they have a right to them, or they become insanely protective of them, or they don't act right. They don't act right at all. And it was the same with Parasocial. I think it's Parasocial or something like that. We were talking about it the other day because my favourite band is Creeper. Love, love, love Creeper to death. Their music is just everything. A lot of their music's actually going to be used in our wedding, which I think is going to be really cool. Parasocial, I think that's what it's called, but we've actually seen a few members of Creeper out and about, like at conventions and stuff like that. I'm not going to name the conventions because, you know, privacy is important, but we've seen some of them out and about. And anyway, like in the moment, I've kind of been like, oh my God, it's so-and-so. But then we've got chatting to them and had just the most casual chats ever about this, that and the other. And it was so nice. It was so nice to just chat like normal human beings. I mean, after some gigs, we like to wait backstage, sorry, at the back door for when they go into the buses and like say hi, or maybe like get an autograph or something like that, and just say thank you for the music. Thank you for the music. We really appreciate it. Like, you guys are amazing. Have a really good night. And then we go on our merry old way. And then you've got other people. And then you've got other people that are very scary because they will cling, they will follow, they will kind of stare at them wide-eyed, and you're like, bro, calm down, slow down, Maurice, calm down. And it just, I don't know, I think it just needs to be a case of, at the end of the day, remember that these people are people, and they have a right to privacy. They have a right to, you know, feeling comfortable. So just take a step back, and that is fine. That is absolutely fine. I mean, we went to a Motionless in White gig a hot second ago. I was really ill after that, really ill. Went to a Motionless in White gig. And Chris was really ill, like really not good at all. And we waited backstage, waited at the exit, hoping that they'd come out. Anyway, Chris actually came out, but he went straight onto the van. And he's very unwell. The fact that he continued that gig was, you know, really special. We were really, really fortunate with that. And a lot of people took a lot of issues with it. And it's like, look, I'm not being funny or anything. They don't have to put themselves out there to come and speak to people. They don't have to do that. If they want to do that, that's incredible. That is such a, you know, it's a bonus. It's essentially a bonus, but you're not paying for it. They're under no obligation to do it whatsoever. It's the same with like set lists and picks and stuff like that. You know, people genuinely get so angry and so frustrated when they don't get a pick or they don't get a set list. Like, you know, it's nice to get them. We've got a nice little collection of them now, but it's because we've been standing in the right place at the right time. If we don't get it, that is fine. That's okay. But you see people fighting and brawling over all of this, and I don't know. I can't put into words how mind-boggling it is. I really can't. And it's frustrating and it's sad because you look at some of these musicians and they can see it as well, and you can see them getting nervous. I don't know. What am I trying to say? I think my point is just be respectful. of these people. They put so much effort and so much into what they're doing and their music and sharing their music with us that, you know, we should all just be happy to be there, you know, and whatever bonuses you get, whatever extras they do, that's nice, that's good. I don't know, call me old-fashioned, I guess. I don't know, I think I'm liking this. I think I'm liking the purple. It looks like I've got, like, my eyes have been punched in, but you know, we move. Yeah, so that's all been a thing, but I think I think I want to close the chapter on that one. So I don't know, we've got plans. We've definitely got plans. We've got very exciting plans for this year. We've got more gigs that we're going to. We're going to High Lung. We're very excited for High Lung. We're going to Download. We're going to Bloodstock for the first time. We're going to Ice Nine Kills in November or December. Unsure of that one, because Creeper are also there as well, which is very, very exciting. Download, we're going to see Zetra. Like, Zetra are on the lineup, and we were just so excited, and we love those guys so much. Like, they become like they become good friends of ours, so that's really good fun. And yeah, it's just, this year is very unknown for two reasons. One, because of my health, and two, because of finances. Trying to fund a wedding and also trying to do all of the stuff that we've done the previous years. Like, I'm looking at the content and thinking, we're not doing nearly as many days out as we used to. I'm not doing nearly as many unboxings as I used to. That will all return, I promise, once the wedding is over. We've said, because we've done really well with paying off the wedding so far, it's only a few more bits and pieces, that we're seriously going to look into the honeymoon. That also depends on what happens in America. We have no idea what's going on at the moment with everything that's going on. Particularly Gareth, doesn't feel safe going over at the moment, and we really want to go over next year for the honeymoon, specifically Halloween Horror Nights, Mickey's Not So Scary, and I just know that if we go over to America, this will blow up. This will definitely blow up, because loads of people have been wanting us to go over to the States for a really long time, especially to do like all the horror stuff, to do Salem, to do all of that. And I really want that to happen. I really, really, really want that to happen. But it does just depend on what's going on in the state of America. And we've seen a few videos of people kind of being apprehended for different bits and bobs. Someone got apprehended for a tattoo. I mean, the problem with that is I literally have a pentagram behind my ear and the triple moon at the back of my neck. That might not be a thing to a lot of people, but to the wrong person, it could be misconstrued, or their personal opinions could have a detrimental effect on our experience. So we're just going to see what happens with that. But outside of that, we will definitely be doing more bits and pieces. We're going to For the Love of Horror as well. A lot of people always ask us if we're going. We go every year now. We absolutely do. And it'll be a week after our wedding, so it's going to be like a little celebration for us all. And we're going to have a good time doing it. We're so excited for the lineup. Having Matt and Skeet there already is insane. Nick Castle as well. I really want to get a photo with him this time. We got an autograph, but I didn't get a photo with him this time. And Gareth's actually thinking about joining the photo with Matt and Skeet, so that'll be really lovely to do. But yes, the year is very uncertain, but I'm looking forward to what the year has to offer, to be honest. I don't know. Apologies about that, folks. I could not find my eyeliner, and also I wanted to do my lipstick before I carried on, because that would have been a freaking disaster. Well, she's getting there with it. She's getting there with the look. Yeah. So all in all, I don't know how this year's going to pan out. I really don't. I was going to try and do a little post to be like, this is what we're up to this year. So I think I'm still going to do that, but it's just going to be the plans that I know for sure that we're going to do. Because that was one of the things that we do with our Patreons. Sorry if you don't like eye stuff. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so that was one of the things we did for our Patreons. We were like, so this is what we're going to do this month. However, on the days that I was meant to be doing those things, I would then be rushed to hospital or rushed to my specialist, or I was dead in bed and I couldn't do those things, and it really ended up having a massive meltdown about it, and it really sucked, and I was really frustrated with myself. So we can't really do that at the moment. So it's very much, right, these are the plans that we're sticking to. Hopefully you can be well enough for it, and we'll figure it out from there. And that's the way we're kind of rolling with life at the moment. We definitely got dead set plans, but the spur of the moment plans have really had to be put on hold, which really bothers me because I love the spur of the moment plans. I really do. I don't know, and I think with the way that everything's going at the moment in the world, it's just, things are a little bit crap at the moment, aren't they? They really, really are. But other than that, you know, things have been fine. Things have been good. Oh, Death of a Unicorn. Sorry, pretty sure I've got ADHD. Death of a Unicorn. What do you guys think, honestly? Because you know what? I had a bloody good time watching it. But I'm seeing so many people slating it. It is ridiculous. We actually did a mini spoiler-free review on... I cannot remember when we went to go and see it. However, we did it. And I really wanted to do a tea and terror with it. However, I don't want to keep doing things that people aren't interested in. Does that make sense? So I didn't end up doing it, and it kind of made me a little bit sad because I was really excited for it. I might still do it, I don't know. I also really like drinking tea whilst talking about horror movies. It's just a little fun thing to do. But I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a really good time doing it. And you know what? I think people take horror movies too seriously nowadays. Let me explain. I feel like unless it's got like a really deep meaning, or it's really bleak, or, you know, there's a lot of twists and turns and stuff like that, then people just don't enjoy it. And that makes me sad. I really miss the days where you could just go into a horror movie and it was like, this is the premise, this is what's going to happen. You know, you can probably tell what's going to happen in the end. That is fine. And shocker, that thing does happen. Do you get what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm throwing out there? I feel like people are just too, I need a twist, or I need my expectations to be blown out the park to enjoy this film. And I don't get why. I don't get why. I miss back in the olden days when I wasn't alive. This isn't a weird kind of death thing. I miss it when there were just movies that, you know, you could watch it and you could just kind of not switch off, but you didn't have to necessarily use a maximum amount of brain power to fully enjoy it. I love comfort movies. Death of a Unicorn has become one of my comfort movies, easily. I love the cast. The story is basic but enjoyable. And the fact that it's a friggin' unicorn and it's just murdering people, straight up murdering people, is phenomenal. Great fun. I love when people take like silly little concepts like that and try and make them serious. But I'm not going to go to the whole Steamboat Willie thing. I'm not doing that. I've seen clips of it. I cannot do that. I cannot stress enough how wild that is. We tried watching the Mean One, and honestly guys, I couldn't do it. We love David Howard Thornton to death, but even we were like, we can't do this anymore. Oh, it was a stretch. Oh, it was a stretch. We promptly put Terrifier on after that and went, oh, that's better. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that, actually. I'm very curious to hear what people think. Whether people think that, yes, Lou, I completely agree with you. People are just not enjoying horror movies how they used to. Or, no, Lou, I completely disagree with you. You're being silly again. You silly little person. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that, because I'm very curious. I like hearing people's opinions on things. Also, if anybody can tell me a really good matte black lipstick, please let me know, because I put this one on and whilst it looks fine on camera, it's not giving. It's really not giving. It's too opaque. It's not what I want at all. So yes, if you have got a recommendation for a black lipstick, please let me know. I have been eyeing up certain ones from Bleeding Marvellous because they do Creature Cosmetics, and I'm desperate to get my claws on some Creature Cosmetics, but alas, I do not have much money at the moment. Yeah, so that's the tea with that. But I really hope that this Get Ready With Me has been a little bit more riveting. Like, it's just nice to... It's nice to get that connection going again. And I've missed you guys so much. You have no idea how much I have missed you guys. It's ridiculous. But at the moment, my health is just kicking my ass. It really is kicking my ass. And I mean, I went to War of the Worlds with my dad. and I think it was kind of like an eye opener for him, because he doesn't see me often, because I don't live near my hometown anymore. Swaddling code. I don't live near my hometown anymore. And he saw like how exhausted I was and how tired I was, and just, yeah, it was really sad, but it was really enjoyable because it was his first time seeing it, and he introduced me to War of the Worlds, and it was just so nice to see him kind of like, you know, light up at something that he'd been wanting to do for ages. And as soon as I saw the tickets, I was like, I can't not. So that was really lovely, and that vlog has picked up massively so quickly. It was really enjoyable, really enjoyable. I've said that when we go again, this will probably be for the 50th anniversary, and they'll probably do another tour again. I've said that I want to see it twice, one time so I can vlog it, and one time so I can just enjoy it. I just want to enjoy it because it is beautiful. It's such a beautiful concert, and it really got me thinking, I think, because I had my camera in one hand and I had my phone in the other hand, and I just went, is this what my life is now? I mean, we've been invited to a few press things, which is great. Like, I am so grateful, and so wow, I can't comprehend it. But when you're kind of looking around and seeing other people doing it, and they've got like one camera, one phone, another camera, and like a GoPro, and they're all filming at the same time, it's like, oh my god, I feel like I'm in an episode of Black Mirror. So I don't know, it put a lot of things into perspective for me, I think. So don't think that I'm going to stop the channel. I'm absolutely not going to stop the channel, because I have way too much fun doing this, and I have way too much fun talking to you guys, and, you know, building friendships and all of those nice little My Little Pony things. But yeah, it truly does put a lot into perspective about society, I think, at the moment, particularly with celebrities as well. It is parasocial. When we first started doing the channel, you probably noticed that we filmed quite a few of our guest interactions. We don't do that anymore. We really don't do that anymore. And it's because they're not zoo animals. They are people. They've come to spend their time with the fans and have a good time doing it. And again, I think it's a lot of, what's the word? Like, I deserve this. Entitlement. I think it's a lot of entitlement when you've got, I'm done, like, the look is done, I've had enough. It's a lot of entitlement when you've got like a camera stuck in somebody's face, or you're taking photos of them when you're not in the queue. Oh, that is a massive pet peeve of mine. When you've got these weird people, and I'm going to call them weird because that's exactly what they are. You've got these weird people kind of snooping around at the back and like staring intensely, and then just like snapping photos, and then getting really close on like an interaction that isn't there. So they're taking photos of other people as well, especially when it's kids meeting the guests, and it's like, don't do that, please don't do that. That's disgusting. It's really not nice to see. But I think we all just need to be better demons. Do you know what I mean? I really feel like out of this conversation, we've really grown as people, haven't we? But that's the look. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, you know. I got a little bit of purple in there, a little bit of black in there, you know. I really need to expand my horizons with my makeup. I really do. I feel like this is Sims 2 goth level, and that is basic at best. So I really need to expand on the whole makeup thing. But I've got plans for this year. Whether they'll come to fruition or not, and whether my uterus wants to actually give me a break, I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? But I hope you've enjoyed this Get Ready with me. I've enjoyed doing it. It's been a bloody good time doing it, and I've really missed it. So I hope you've had a good day. If not, that's okay. Always remember, tomorrow's a new day. See you later, guys.